Guys, it's TheFrXion here, or Tank12, however you can call me, I don't really care. Welcome back to World of Tanks related content. Wargaming just dropped the future of World of Tanks. This is a little video, like a little bit of a montage that they want to show off what is coming towards us for the next year. And it actually looks super interesting. It looks super exciting. Now, obviously, we don't know a lot about this yet. I just am going to talk to you guys and react to some of the things because it actually looks really, really nice for a change. I think a lot of the things that they're showing look really nice. I'm going to be just starting, and I'm going to turn down the music a bit, but I'm going to talk a little bit about it. So, the Ice Arcade mode, that's currently what we have, right? So that's nice. These arcade things, where they try things out, that's always a nice little change. Then we get Steel Hunter back. Steel Hunter now with bots. Like you have bots in the game, you can respawn, and I think that's probably something that the Steel Hunter players really are going to be enjoying. Me personally, I'm not so much into Steel Hunter. Onslaught is coming back. It has new qualifications, but we're gonna put that on the side. Myrni 13 is coming back for all of the PvE fans. New Frontlines map looks really, really cool, and I think that's really nice because Frontlines is a lot of fun. And one new map. Now if we just take real quick a short break and we talk about the new map. This is the new Oyster map, or what is it called? New Oyster Bay map, and it looks really cool. There's a lot of water, so people will be drowning themselves, but it looks like a really large map. If you look at this, it looks like a very large playing field, and I like that. I would like to see maps get bigger, and having like this kind of tropical island vibe, that's also a very cool kind of thing. So let's move on. Yeah. The rebalancing of 8 new maps, or of the 8 old maps, we're going to be talking about that in depth in the future, because I really want to talk about the changes, because they really do change the maps and the way we play them quite significantly. So we first have Airfield, we have Strudzianski, Mountain Pass, Steppes, Live Oaks, Cliff, and Westfield, and Mines. Now Mines certainly needed like the most changes. Live Oaks, I think, was also a little bit one-sided. If you had a lot of tanks going down the tracks, it was always a very large kind of just Zerg rush that would completely destroy you and you wouldn't have a chance to fight back. But on Mines here, right here, you actually can see some of the changes on Mines. So, wait. Do you see how they changed the middle? That you can now actually... Oh no, actually, it's just a different port. This is the middle. I thought they completely changed the middle there, but that's not the case. New achievement system. So if you really like to play a certain tank, you can like really show it off, and you can see there's like going to be 100 levels for it, and you can see like the battles you played, the amount of tanks you destroyed, the win rate, the amount of damage you block. Like that's like all of the things you usually see on the statistics tab. You can still see it on the statistics tab, but now you have a little bit of a progress system as well. You can actually show it off on the vehicle that you're playing, so that's really cool. Improved crew system. Now this is the most interesting change that I think Wargaming is going to be bringing to the game in terms of gameplay changes, because if we take a close look at some of the things, we noticed a lot of the things we already know. We know the faster turning clutch braking, I think. We know the dispersion change if you're driving your vehicle to decrease dispersion, tuition. We know all of these things, but there are some new perks. For example, we have this little timer on the top. That is new. We have this reticle for the gunner, and we have another one that seems to be like almost something like an aiming device, also for the gunner. And we have like also like something where they're like calculating or checking the diameter of the shell. I'm not entirely sure what that is, but that one, the radio operator where the tank disappears, looks like the most interesting one. And it looks like they're going to be introducing a system where it's a lot more clear what they're supposed to be, and I think they're going to be changing the UI. Hopefully everything kind of works, and they don't add any, like, monetization things into the general like skills, because I think that's really important. You can see right here, concentration reduces dispersion by 2.5% when fully trained. That looks really cool and quick gaming. So imagine that if you're playing the FE4005, you're playing like one of the big derp guns, you can now decrease the dispersion even further with skills. I think that's really interesting. Jamming, when fully trained, reduces the time your vehicle is visible to the enemy by 1 second. So that's pretty cool for light tanks to, you know, get to disappear faster. Close combat, when fully trained, accelerates gun loading time by 2.5% at a distance of 50 meters or less from the enemy if you're really trying to play like aggressive in your face. So I think generally speaking, like this, if the crew system is going to be introduced like this with just more skills and a better UI, I'm absolutely on board. Now, we don't know enough about it. We don't know if it's going to be like really complicated. I hope it's not going to be really complicated, but I'm going to inform you guys when it's, you know, that time. So all perks work at once. Wait, there was like one thing that I wanted to check real fast. Okay, so the red ones are just new, like the new skills, and the blue ones are the improved ones that are already there that have been improved. So what is really cool now, as you can see, the crews can now basically field 3 tanks without penalties, and you can have them like specialized for 3 vehicles, so you don't have to have like a crew for every single tank. Now 3 of them, that's really great. I think it was supposed to be for the entire line, but having it for 3 is really great as well, because if I have like I have a ton of crew, but I don't have like all of the crews all maxed out. Now I can just basically max out like the crews that I need for the tanks that I want to play. I think this is a really good change. This is really nice to see. Now what they also did is right here, they now give you like much more information to your crew. This is really cool because it shows you how many games you play with this crew member. You see like his service record, like everything looks much more clean. I know that the service record is there already, and I'm not sure documents, I've never heard of that, but it looks really nice and clean right there. And I like the UI. Final movement camera. Okay, so they're kind of copying War Thunder in terms of when you die, you kind of see how you died and where the shot came from and how it penned you, and you know, the armor, you get some information. I think this is really nice. It's a nice change. It gives you more of an idea of what is going on and how you died. So more information is always good. Hopefully it's just not bugged, because some of the things they have added in recent times, they were unfortunately a bit bugged sometimes. But moving on, they're actually rebalancing quite a few tanks. So let's take a quick look to see what vehicles we have. We have the M46 Patton, very funny because I just made a video on that tank right now, like a couple of hours ago. There seems to be some British tank destroyer at the back there. We have the TVP, the Skoda TVPU, VTVPU, I think, VTPU. The Tier H Skoda medium tank, the T95, which is really interesting. The Centurion right there for the Brits, the Tier 8. We have the E50. We have the IS-3. We have the Rinoceronte. We have the 110. We have the Batched 25T, which is going to be the most interesting one for me, the 121, and I think the back there, like obviously the M46 Patton is going to be really interesting for me. Wait, there's also like, what are the other tanks that are right there? Let me just check. Okay, so we have the Object 416 version 2, I think. And this is the WZ. This is the tier 10 Chinese light tank. So that looks really interesting. We're gonna get the Japanese tank destroyers as well. We're getting Japanese heavy tanks. Now the tank destroyers, I think they were produced, or some of them were produced, and some of them were actually prototypes. Now with the heavy tanks, I think this is an entire line that has been just drawn up by Wargaming and is not a line that was, or are not vehicles that were actually produced. Unless there are like some heavy tanks, some Japanese heavy tanks that were produced, but certainly not the ones that I think they're trying to bring in here. No, wait, this is not a heavy tank symbol. Isn't this just another medium tank line? I'm not entirely sure what the heavy tank symbol looks like again, but it could be the medium tank line either. So yeah, another medium tank line. And what we get right here is new mechanics. We're going to get like autocannons, and these are going to work with overheating. You're going to see that in just a second. that looks quite interesting. I hope it's kind of balanced, but we'll see what it's going to be like. We're gonna get night maps, and I wanted to see what that is. Recon mission new launches. Okay, we're gonna get new maps that we can try out. Night maps, that looks really cool. And now one of the things that is almost like the craziest part, dynamic water. Look at this. Think about think about the map changes that will come with dynamic water. When the water recedes, when the water flows in, like, oh my god, they could flood certain areas. They could also take away the water in certain areas where you can all of the sudden flank, like airfield right there. And also, they're going to dynamic objects. Look at this. A plane crashes, a ship just runs into port, the Hindenburg basically collapses. I hope that these events don't kill you, but they look really, really interesting. So, yeah. What can we say about this? I think my voice sounds really excited, and I do feel kind of excited. This is not fake for me. I love World of Tanks. I want it to be doing good, but you know, we don't know enough about all of these things, but some of the changes that are coming look really interesting. So the frontline map looks really cool. I'm really looking forward to that new map. The new Oyster map, or Oyster Bay map looks really cool. I'm always for, you know, balancing out the older maps and making them better. That's always great. This prestige system, the new achievement system for your vehicles is really cool. I hope it's also for not just tier 10 vehicles, but every single tank you're playing. Because right now it seems to be only tier 10s. And the M48 has a really weird kind of M46 logo there. I am looking forward to the new perks that are coming with the crews. Because it's always nice to have more, you know, variety, and hopefully it's not broken. That's going to be one of the major changes for us. I really like the fact that you can finally use like one crew for several tanks, because there's just way too many crew members. And the UI changes, all of that looks nice. The final moment camera looks really nice, even though it's kind of copy-pasted from War Thunder or copied. I'm looking forward to the vehicle rebalancings. Hopefully they also start changing tier 8s, or they give themselves like the option to change the tier 8s. You can see the Type 5 at the back, or the Type 4. So hopefully these vehicles get balanced out again. I'm looking forward to the new line that is coming, the Japanese heavy tanks or medium tanks and tank destroyers. And I'm looking forward to the new mechanics that they're going to be adding. Hopefully they're not completely broken, but you know, we have to see. Night maps, the dynamic water is really cool, I think, in my opinion. And finally, right here, the dynamic objects look like they might like really shake up the older maps that we love to play. And it might be just like from Battlefield 5 when, no, not Battlefield 5, but Battlefield 1, when there was like these behemoths that appeared out of nowhere, and then you could fight against them. But this is not the case. You cannot fight against the plane, but at least like there's like dynamic objects that are falling down. Maybe it's going to be annoying when it happens every single match, but if they kind of do it like every once in a while, I think it might be a really nice addition to the game. So, having talked about that, I think I'm really excited for the year 2023 for World of Tanks, because it seems to be quite filled with a lot of content, and it doesn't look like Wargaming are going to slow down in terms of content. I'm really looking forward to it, and I would love to hear what you guys think of it. Yeah, tell me in the comment section below. I'm just going to add this video. I'm just gonna let it out. Gonna make a shocked Simpsons face thumbnail, but yeah, it looks really cool, and I'm looking forward to it. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a Merry Christmas, and yeah, enjoy.